let's walk through how you built the business. For the audience, building a massive cookware brand, going overseas. I assume you went overseas to find and source some of those materials, bring it over here, getting a 3PL, a warehouse, building a massive website. So many nuances to build something at scale like you've done today. Tell us from day one the thought process. I know you stumbled upon Caraway of how you actually got into cookware, and then where it is today.
Yeah, so really the founding of the brand, I spent 2.5 years at my prior company in the industry, spent a lot of time at factories, learned the products, materials, and I had the really fortunate experience of getting to launch a lot of categories. And the thing that I always struggled with at the prior brand was we were just putting stuff on Amazon. There wasn't like a purpose to it other than selling products and trying to rank them. And I always really struggled with that idea. I wanted to create something with purpose. And after 2 years in the industry, uh, saw a lot of the category being made of plastic and forever chemicals, and it didn't really sit right with me. And um, I think it was 2017, I actually brought home a product, a Teflon fry pan to my home to product test. Turned on my burner. My dad called me at that same exact moment. I walked away from the kitchen. I actually forgot I left the pan on the burner. Came back 45 minutes later. The whole pan was black. My whole kitchen was filled with fumes. Actually started feeling sick that night from the fumes and gave poison control a call. They let me know that I was exposed to Teflon poisoning. So this happens when a Teflon pan is overheated, and kind of coming out of this experience, felt the urge of, hey, I think we can do this safer and better and create more beautiful products. So in kind of mid 2018, I left that role. The first thing I did was I didn't have any money. I didn't have any friends and family who could pitch in. I actually immediately just built a fundraising deck. And for about 6 to 10 months, just hit the pavement. And I probably pitched 1,000 investors. We had 100 come into our first fundraising round. So I was probably doing 10 pitches a day. And
To who, Jordan? VC, individuals, angels?
yeah, mostly angels. A lot of just like 10 and 25K checks. And, as those came in, I'd maybe, raise a few hundred K at a time. I take that cash and put it into the R&D and brand. So really to start, when the first few $100,000 came in, we started designing the product. We started building the brand, went overseas to pick factory partners. And as we kind of made progress, more checks started coming in as people saw kind of the growth in the product. And really, I think one of the most challenging parts of the launch was figuring out, where does the brand fit into the market? I think it's great to be first to market, but it's also great to be last in some cases. And in our case, there were maybe 6 to 8 other brands that had actually entered the market before us. And so throughout the process, I think a lot of where we needed to navigate was some folks were kind of entering into positionings and spaces that we wanted to go into, and kind of watching that and seeing who was successful and who wasn't. We were able to really craft the brand around, safety and easy and high design, which we felt like were kind of the missing components within the market.